Hey everybody, it's Wind Down Wednesday with Black Women Love Football. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We have so much for you tonight, not only football, but let's talk about the men that say that we can't even talk about football, that they don't even enjoy listening to us talking about football. But before we get there, ladies, I am not even going to procrastinate or lie. What went on this week? I was out of it. Who played? And we got Maryland. Maryland is out on the road, guys. We know that Georgia is doing, Black Women Love Football is doing Give Back Weekend. So Maryland is out on the road and she's picking up donations. She's picking up things that people want to give all over Georgia. So thank you, Maryland. We love you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Hey, Luella.
Hey, Luella. So, I'm part of the losing squad this week. Okay.
Me too.
I'm losing squad every week.
Well, we didn't lose because it was our bye.
Little bit, but hey, Donna. We was in Pittsburgh this weekend. I spent the whole weekend in Pittsburgh. It was a loss for my team, but it was a win for me. Anytime I go back home and get to spend time with my family, it's always a win for me. So I was running through the streets of Pittsburgh after the game on Sunday, so I didn't really see that much, but I did see like this much of the KC game. And I did watch Monday Night Football. So.
The BWLF picture was nice though. You wasn't in that, was you?
No, because that was for that was a watch party here in Cleveland.
Oh, that was nice.
And so I was in Pittsburgh, so I didn't get in on that. Actually, the watch party they were at is gonna be the DJ for Nationals. So it was his, it was his watch party. Yeah.
Okay, we got Cammy on tonight. She's a Lions fan, so she acting brand new. We just met her. She in the group. We like her flow.
Because her team winning, right? Right.
Yeah.
But not only that. So this is why I asked her to be on. The post that was put up was I am actually gonna read it verbatim before we run through. Didn't I just send it to you? And then we can go from there. So the post was, and I didn't see that obviously because I went on social media and I was running the streets. And V tagged me in it. It was no one wants to listen to three women talk football. Men are better at it. It's like asking cats to bark. I issue no apology and no retracts. My people agree with me. They're just afraid to say it. Carry on with your outage. That was from TJ Moe reposting a tweet that he had made, tweet X, whatever they call that mess now. Who just actually said, who actually wants to watch three women stand around and talk about football. I do not. So V tagged me in it.
Jason Whitlock said something too. I don't know what he said. So if anybody, hey Michaela, but if anybody knows what Jason Whitlock said or can find it, let us know so we can look that up as well. But what's y'all feelings on that?
So I'm gonna throw this one. This is why I asked Cammy to put on. This was her exact response. While as a woman that played football, full pad contact football and rugby, and also raised a football and baseball player, some of these comments are sad to see. It's the sexism for me. He can respectfully turn the channel, but he is in no position to dictate who can and cannot discuss the game. Personally, I enjoy listening to anyone who knows, understands, and loves the game. If this group was to follow his way of thinking and the opinion of some of these responses on this post, it wouldn't exist. We talk football in here all the time. Some are more knowledgeable than others, but there's no different than men that are just talking their heads off, which I agree with. And before I throw it to her, I'm just going to say this. It's just important for, hey, Tina, us to have these platforms and begin to create spaces for us. Because if we don't create those spaces for us, this is going to be something that is always going to be ongoing and it's going to be accepted. And it's at some point we have to make it so that it is no longer acceptable.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I am going to toss it over. And feel free to go on and comment, Cammy. You Lions fan, you.
Man, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm honored, really, because I talk football all the time, and it's always with a bunch of guys, and they always get on my nerves, like, because they act like it's some novelty. Because I know, and I'm like, you just pay attention, like y'all act stupid, but
Right.
I'm like, it's nothing, it's no different than you knowing something about clothes. Like that you would think only women would know, like, but you know it, so don't act dumb. But no, what really got me was there was a lot of comments of women sympathizing with this man. And I was like, wait, y'all are agreeing with him? And it was really sad because as black women, we get it doubly bad. We either get discriminated against because we are black, or we get discriminated against because we're women, or we get discriminated against because we are both. So for them to be pumping up this white guy that's like, I don't think women should be talking about football. And I'm like, really, y'all? But y'all are in a group full of women who talk about football.
A
And
black
you're
woman
saying
football group at
a
that.
black woman football group. And I'm like, y'all realize where you are, right? Like, if it wasn't for
Right.
this group, you would not have the platform that you have to even say what you're saying. And then for you to double down on what you're saying doesn't even make sense. And so it's like, you know, yeah, like I was like, I played football, I played flag football in high school. I'm actually the one that taught my son how to throw. I taught him football because I was outside. I would play with the boys. I played toss them up, catch them, toss them up, throw them up. I played that all the time with the boys. I didn't get to run. I was the thrower. Like I did the throwing because I was too little and I was a girl, so they didn't want me to get hurt. So, they playing toss them up, mess them up. They was like, no, you can't mess her up. Just let her throw the ball. Well, they realized I could throw the ball with a spiral, and they was like, whoa, wait a minute, where'd she get that arm from? So when I would play flag football, I was quarterback. So just going from there, being 3, learning the game, watching the game, wanting to officiate at one point, getting invited to play rugby was amazing because it was a totally different way of playing football. It was really, really cool. It's more intense. I will tell you, rugby is way more intense. But just knowing that and being on a team where I got to put on full pads and get out there and crack heads with other females, like it was dope. But to hear these women say that, I was like, that was sad. And then just I don't know, like I started thinking about when the group was formed, like what was the idea? What was the motivation behind forming the group and thinking I'm gonna create this space for us to come and be safe and talk about football and be who we are and root for our teams and trash talk a little bit and have fun. And then you got these women coming in here like, they don't need to be talking football. They need to shut up. And I'm like, what?
Right.
Like,
But the thing is, they watch sports shows as well as and watch First Take and all of that, and they have created spaces for women, whether they wanted to or not.
right.
We're here.
This is where I am. I have my favorite male talk. Just like it's not even about male or female. It's about person. I have like favorite people that I love to hear cover sports. And then some of them I don't like, which would be man or woman. And some of them I love and can't wait to hear them, which is man or woman. But this is what I was talking. I called Stacy this week because there was a post that went up. First of all, I started the group on just friendship. It started with like just 15 of us, Cammie, and I didn't expect it to grow. And now we're at like 37,000. And it started because we would talk football on our main pages, which it was just hard to see what everybody was saying. So I was like, well, let me bring my friends together. And it was just, I can name on my hand the people that I started the group with. And so it started on love, it started on respect, it started on laughing and having fun. it's turned into something different, but we as administrators and moderators, which we all are outside of Cami, we work hard to dispel that. Nobody should be called, out of their name because they like the Cowboys or they like, the Eagles. It's crazy the stuff that we've have banned from the group. But I say that to say there's a post that went up this week about Kelsey. It said, when do y'all miss when Kelsey was black?
Wow.
And Stacy came back and she's like, he was never black. And I'm like, why are we so quick to give other people our card? But then it was women, like, and a lot of us disagreed with that whole statement. But then there was my sisters coming in the thing saying stuff like, this sound mean girlish. And I'm like, if we can't create a space for us as Black women to talk about Black stuff respectfully, where else do we go? You don't think they're in their groups calling us niggers and everything else? You don't think that? They don't even like you.
And more than that, okay?
Yes.
They don't even like you. If you look at, okay, there's another ladies football group, and it's Black, white, whatever, it's whatever you want to be and be in the group.
Yeah.
And you predominantly see pictures of the white women. And I'm just going to be straight up. When you see there's like a few of us in the pictures, if you look at the body language, they don't even like you. But you posted in your stories, you posted it on your main page, and you go to their main page and ain't none of us on that page. Why can't we?
On top of the fact that many of the women in our group are there. And the way they carry on here, they will never go and do that. And how I know is because I watch it and I'm part of that.
Yes.
Group, right?
Yes.
So I see what they post and they will never come in and be saying like, yeah, ATL, you know what I'm saying? They're never saying that over there. So don't ask me, can you say it over here? Because you can't.
Right.
You can't. Because if you're not going to do it over there, understand you're not going to do it here as well. And at the end of the night, they want to be us. At the end of the night, they want to be like us. And so they need to be close to us so that they can do that. So yeah, they will invite us into their circles when it's convenient for them. But are we going to get the platform like you have with Black Women Love Football? No. So it is like steadily important that we keep creating these spaces that, we have that there. When I take pictures with my flag, when I travel for Black Women Love Football or even with other programs, and we take our pictures, it's always that, well, white women love football too. And y'all have y'all platform for that. Let us be.
Oh, my inbox is full of stuff of white women coming in. What if I started white women love football?
You have one.
Please do. You have one.
You have one.
And I don't like being in those groups because we're different. We represent our teams differently from them. And I don't like having to explain myself all the time when I'm trying to represent my team, because I'm like, you don't even understand where I'm coming from. Like, you don't even know if I can go into, there's like several Lions groups that I'm in, and the women that are in those groups have no idea what it means when you say what up though. They don't know.
Right.
They have no clue.
Let me take it a step further. The racism, the blatant racism is allowed. So I'm in our Cleveland Browns women's group, right? That ain't for us. But hey, you got me that's going to be here and along with a couple of the other Browns girls because we have to make a statement, right? So, we have Deshaun, that was our quarterback, Hunty. He ain't played in a few weeks. Why are we still talking about him? Why are y'all trolling his page to see if he on a cruise, if he on this, if he on that? And you keep making these racial comments as if it's okay when the rest of us is not there. But when we become assertive and speak on it, Now we're the angry black woman.
Yep.
No, that's
no. I'm just not allowing you to say what you think you want to say when you want to say it and how you want to say it in my presence. Exactly. That don't make me an angry black woman.
Marilyn is collecting stuff, but that's the same reason she left, her Patriots group. But Star B, let me talk to you. You being a part of a women's motorcycle club, Black Women's Motorcycle Club.
Right.
What kind of pushback or have you gotten with that?
Well, of course, it's the bike community is just different altogether. So even with the brothers, it's different. But yes, as females, they want us to always feel like it's still a man's world in the motorcycle world. They don't. I mean, they will give us a little respect, but we will never get the respect that the men get. Point blank. White women, when they see us on Harleys, they think that's their world. They think Harleys belong to them. But we represent well. So a lot of times when they see us, they always want to, talk and say, "Hey, it's the gal thing for me." That's their word. And
yes.
I can't
even let you do it.
But that's what we get. So you gals look so good, and we all just like be nutting up on these people for real. But yeah, you're right. When there is a space for us, it's always like. Then they have an issue with it, but you've had your space and platforms for so long
and dominating it.
We can do the same thing. You have an issue with it. Now, Stacey, I do want to ask you a question because when you said referring to the one chick, now some of them are overboard, but when you said they like to say ATL hole, whatever, do you feel like they feel comfortable saying that because we do say this is our space and this is kind of how we do it with our own little thing? Versus not saying it over there because of they don't understand. They wouldn't understand it over there. But here,
we don't know if they understand it or not unless we try it out.
Okay, well, yeah, that's
know what I mean. But so I can't even say
they're not going for it.
They're not gonna even try it. That's my point. Like you're not gonna even say that. Now, say there are ATL women over there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And the captain for ATL, because they have captains for each state over there, right?
Okay.
And their captain in Atlanta is Black, right?
Okay.
So that means when y'all in Atlanta, when you hear this and the other, you hear it. They say it in you and me both know they say it in their stadium. It's up on everything. They got their little signs.
Yes, I live here. So yeah, that's why I was asking that question.
So the fact that they live in Atlanta too, and they go to games in Atlanta, I just want to know why you don't say it over there, but you want to feel comfortable saying it over here. Like we have a BIFC. I'm from Cleveland. You have never seen me post that in the group. You've never seen me hashtag it. Now, outside of it on my personal page, you might see BIFC, but you never have seen me do it in a group. So I just think that you have to keep that level of respect for that just same way that you do for all around. If you ain't gonna do it over there with them people, don't disrespect my sisters and do it over here either. Now, if we gonna be equal across the board, I don't have a problem with that, but I know that you're not.
That's
See,
like
I'm sorry.
Hey, Mary, I love Born Losers in Atlanta. Just so I just see Mary say Born Losers, but yeah,
that was my reasoning for the things that I was saying during the Ohio State Michigan game, because I was like, I wouldn't flip on nobody else in a different group. The same stuff I said in this group was what I said over there, and I wasn't calling nobody out. If all I said was go blue, where my Michigan ladies at, where the Wolverine ladies at, and check in. That's all I'm saying anywhere else. And when you come in and say something about Ohio State, I'm going to come back with a meme that say, oh, how I hate Ohio State.
Like, and that's the good trash talking that goes on in football. And anybody that knows about that rivalry know it's always a fight. Physically in the stadium, before the games, amongst them. That's just what happens. Period. Yep. It's one of those rivalries. So to get up in an uproar because you've seen something on that internet don't mean you get to bring it here. If, like I said yesterday, do your research before you bring that fake stuff or what you don't know about. It's a simple Google search.
It's not hard, and most of the time you don't even need to Google it. You smart. You already know. If you know a little bit, then you know that report
Don't make sense.
If it don't make sense, it ain't true. Just cross it off, because it just don't even post it. Because I was like, what source did it come from? Where'd you get it from? Where'd you see that at? And I'm like, y'all make yourselves look silly by posting things like that, because no, ain't no coach sat up there and said that. No, nobody's did. That's not what happened. Stop it.
Right. Right.
Like, come on, y'all.
Well, a lot of the sports pages are bogus. They're not even real.
They're not real.
I saw some stuff about Shador and Dion, and you know this stuff is not true. So you really have to be mindful of that. And maybe, I don't know, a lot of women are new to football or new to a sports page, so they just think everything is real, and it's not. So that's a good message to put out there to make sure we research. But back to what I was saying was, it really upset me that because we pushed against, somebody said, do we miss when Kelsey was black, that my sisters in the group would say we were being mean girl.
Oh, wow.
I said something about Kirk Cousins. You know, I just asked a simple question, like, when did we give him a card and whatever? And I got chewed out. We had to ban some chicks for like cursing me.
That was, it was a banning day for us.
Yeah.
Yes, I was sending it to Susan. I'm like, respond, make sure they read it, and then I'm gonna ban them, because it was crazy the comments that we was getting, you know, behind it.
Apparently, I don't know the culture and and what, you know.
And what is the culture? What is the culture? Because he's not part of my culture.
The culture, it's mine. So why am I going to give it to football or not? We can't just keep giving away our stuff because
can we stop giving out invites to the cookout, please?
We always feel a need.
They keep leaving the gate open. Who in the hell left the gates open?
The name of the group says black women.
No, you can't come.
Right. We're going to be all black in here.
Exactly. So, and that's what we're here
you
for.
Going black women, look, we all black. We are black.
I enjoy his talents. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the team. But they're not black. And they were never black. And
that's what I had to speak. So people didn't get hip to like Kelsey until he became big there, and then him and his brother played each other.
Right.
Kelsey's from my city. He graduated from the same high school I went to. He's dated people that I've known real close and have done business with. When Cleveland went to KC in 2021 to open up, he set it out for us. Kelsey still ain't never been black. I don't care how many he dated. If he was black, his mother wouldn't be getting the Hallmark movies that he get. Some things would be different for him. And you know, I know Kelsey, and like somebody was like, well, you ain't from KC, you don't know. No, I'm from Cleveland, the Cleveland Heights, exactly where he grew up, in a very diverse community when most of his friends were black. Right. His best friend is black. He invests in Cleveland because he has money and businesses here. How about that? Besides that, he is Caucasian. I don't care how well you flip it. That's what he is. So to come at me like that, I let the post go through on purpose so I could be the first person to comment and say what I needed to say. So then you want to come at me with it and you ain't said nothing. Guess what? I'm going to speak in a different language for you. You'll never be able to find a group again, because you can't come at me about somebody that's not black in this group.
Wow.
That's asinine.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a lot of that. And I'm gonna go on record and say them the 8% that went the other way. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way that you will not defend and stand on your own culture against your own people for no reason. Because for what come?
Because see, I didn't want to go there because I didn't. I was trying to be as respectful as I could, but I was just, in my mind, I'm thinking, stop shuffling behind Massa, thinking that you're gonna get some scraps from the table. Massa don't care nothing about you. And you ain't getting none of that scrap. So cut it out because all that you doing is for nothing. That white man still gonna sit up there and talk about women and that other one too, the self-hating coon, shuffling Negro that's always got something to say about black women. And I'm like, I was like, I want one of y'all to come up here and defend his tale. Please do. To give me a reason to say something. Cause no.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Natola. Natola has entered the chat. Natola is the first Black everything woman. She is our I'm every woman shero. So I'm gonna let her run those accolades, and we are going to congratulate her on getting the MLK award in her city in January. So congrats to you on that. So yeah, we just having a little conversation, Natola, and I thought it was important that we bring you on as you continue to break the glass ceilings and creating spaces for Black women in your whole She Calls It All business and setting a platform. So feel free to jump in and join us. Give us a little background for those who are not familiar with you, and we can go on.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Natola, for being on. Natola was a speaker at our past nationals, and she was amazing.
Brought the house down Saturday morning.
If you missed Nationals 24, you definitely want to be at Nationals 25. Thank you for being on, Natola. We got a wonderful audience here tonight watching us. So just let us know, who you are, what you're about. And you kind of came in on the hot part of the topic. You can see what we're talking about. But we just, after you let us know who you are, where you are, we just want to know some of your experiences with pushback and how you overcame it.
Well, hello, ladies. Again, Natola Hawthorne, the first African-American woman in Division I baseball as an umpire. I'm also, which I was just telling Stacy while I was late today, first Black all-female crew going to the Georgia High School semifinals for flag football tomorrow.
Yay!
Called us at 6:00 to let us know we were selected. So we had a short little call where they wanted us to make sure we were on point because all eyes are going to be on us tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So that's that. Still breaking barriers and everything as much as possible that I get my hands into. As they said, I'm trying to bring other ladies along. This summer, I ended up training 13 to 18-year-old kids to learn how to umpire, right? And then we're going to put them on the field so that they can have what we call an avocation, cash money once they get off the field. I'll call 5 pitches for $50 in 50 minutes. Who can't count 5 pitches, right? So I'm trying to get my children out here to learn how to make easy money the right way, and then they'll be able to take this along with them for the rest of their lives. I plan on doing it until I only got one leg that I'm standing on. But to talk about the topic that I saw, y'all know we're gonna face these men in this arena forever until there are more of us on the stages with them. So that's why it's one of my goals to be one of those people, like you said, to shatter the glass ceilings. Unfortunately, the MLB is the last one to do it. Last year, they hired a female in the NHL as a referee. So now the MLB is like, we have to do something because we don't want a lawsuit. Well, I don't want that to be the reason why you put a woman in there.
Right.
I want you to put one in there because we can do the job. Stop moving the goalposts. We can't because you all aren't ready to receive what we have to offer. Because as you all know, we have to know the job 100% more than they do. Why? Yep. Because step on the field, they're going to question us. Right? So I have to know my rules. I have to be on top of my mechanics. I have to also, which my counterparts don't have to deal with, learn how to not be seen as the angry Black woman when I assert myself.
Wow. I just had said that a few before you got on. Those same exact words.
I think that it's across the board. And that actually, y'all, is one of my struggles. because when I'm out there, I know what I'm doing, but there's times that I want to, and then I pull back.
So you can't be yourself.
I can't be my authentic self because even though they say they're inclusive, they're really not. And I can't afford to not play the game right now because I got people coming behind me that I still need to be able to have the opportunity.
Paving the way. Yeah, you're paving the way for them.
Right? So I have to take some lumps and some bruises that I really don't want to, but I'm doing it for those that's coming behind me.
Right.
Y'all are awesome. Y'all are a huge support system. I talk about y'all everywhere I go. Nationals, we cried together.
We did.
Yeah.
I have sisters from across the nation. Whenever y'all in Atlanta, I have a small place, but hey, I got blow up mattresses.
I'll be there tomorrow night.
So come on, boo. Oh, also say the shirt that I have on, this is another training that I just had to do today. It is it's an app where we are virtually training people. We have NBA refs, NFL refs, and now me teaching people how to call basketball, football.
Oh, wow.
Online.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I love it.
Person of
Does it license you, Natola? It licenses you from online?
No.
Okay.
No. So
Okay.
we did these sessions for free now. It was like 4 of them.
Right.
Now gotten traction, I believe is now a membership is like $9 a month or so.
Okay.
So then into, where basketball is because baseball isn't it. But yes, you guys, if you want to join, it's free. You get info. So this is another thing. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place, but I was
ahead.
I do Little League football too. And there was a dad on the chains. And as I'm officiating, I try to teach because you hear a lot of Black folk, my folk, moms yelling the wrong stuff.
Wrong
Right?
and loud and wrong.
Right? Loud and wrong.
Loud and wrong.
So I'm talking to the dad and I'm like, Dad, one of those yours back there? He's like, yeah. I said, well, and you didn't tell her the rules before you came out here? Well, what you mean? I said, well, that lets me know that you haven't really read the rules because she's representing you.
Right.
Right. And the best investment that you all think that you're giving for your children is money. It's not. Learn the basic rules so that you are able to have intelligent conversations with the people who have the ability to get your child to the next level.
Right.
Learn the basics. Because if you're out here yelling horse collar and this baby is grabbed in the front of his shirt.
Right.
No, ma'am.
Right? And I turn around as a female and be like, hey, tell me what a horse collar is. Well, he pulled on them. And I say to you, well, it's 2 components to a horse collar. It has to be in the nameplate and the baby has to change directions. 2. Oh, wow. You know what? I'm going to keep the chain forever. No, what you're going to do is read the rules for yourself. Don't rely upon me because I'm not going to always be here.
Right.
It's in me to teach because that's my passion, but it's just one of me. I work with guys who's not going to tell you anything and they'd rather just throw the flag because most of them are out there to just get a check. I'm one of the ones who care.
Yeah.
So care
again, creating spaces for us.
Right.
That is.
My moms too. Just read the rules. I'm not saying get in depth. Just read the basics because again, you are investing in your child's future.
Yep.
More than the money will.
Right. And not looking crazy on the sideline.
Because then the coach that's watching is not going to want to take your child because they got to deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to say that becomes a problem when our children are moving on to the next level, to high school, and then trying to be recruited. I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine who was told specifically to watch your behavior at the games because the coaches make the decision on how the parents act for the children.
Absolutely.
So where we want to get, as we are said to be so emotional, we have to keep that kind of in check. You know, Karen can do it all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
But
Don't
But we
forget,
can't.
you passionate now.
right, you know, so between her and Becky calling and doing all that, they can do it. But we're just held to a different standard.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Natola, can you share the app again? Someone in the chat wants to know.
Ref Masters.
What is somebody type it in? Type it in.
So Ref, REF Masters, MASTERS. So I do have a question because I was asking the fellas, how do I get women involved to just have like little sessions, informational sessions on rules in each sport? Right? Oh, we have this platform and this is for football. I get it. So if we can throw out maybe once a week a question, a rule, so we can understand the interpretation, that would be cool.
Natola, you come up with it. I'll give you free reign to do it. We also have the basketball page too.
So, and we can do that too, because again, can feed off of the resources that we have. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So and it's so crazy. We used to do Friday nights, you know, right before nationals, and ask questions and use that as the platform for you know, ladies to ask questions, and then we had a mod that would throw out some questions here and there. But me and Susan just can't do it all. You know what I mean? So we look to those others that want to take the lead on that. Everybody in the group is not very knowledgeable, and no, it's all knowing. And especially as the rules change every year, it's always going to be, you know, something different. The good thing is, and you have moms that join because their sons are playing and they need to understand it more. The good thing is we have the platform to do it, and we have enough people like you and Coach Terry that doesn't mind jumping in and answering questions. And when we throw them out there, we used to have Free for All Friday where, you know, this was your chance to ask those questions. So by all means, just take that platform and be able to use it so we're not looking crazy.
We have some brave women that really are learning the game, and they will ask. They will ask a question in the group, and you know, people will try to like explain what happened. Like they'll say, "This went down in this game. Why was that?" You know, and so they'll try to explain. But having something, we could call it Ref's Corner or wherever.
Okay.
I like that.
You could do your own little thing. You want to, or we could create a podcast like this on the YouTube channel for you. You whatever you want to do. Let's sit down and talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say that would be like really effective, especially like after games when there are supposedly questionable calls made. And what I noticed like this last game was everybody was emotional and upset because they thought something was wrong. They thought, oh, he was down. And I was like, no, this isn't college. I was like, y'all are thinking about college rules and this is the NFL and there's a difference. I noticed too that if you come in and you start talking rules, this is how I go. People get upset. Oh, she thinks she know. No, I don't think I know. I know because you don't know, because what you saying and you're repeating what you heard somebody else say, and now you trying to come in and say something, but what you're saying doesn't even make sense. So it's like if it was like things like that, like after the game, like have a game recap, that would be cool to have so that people don't get so overly emotional about something that happened, and because you hearing these guys saying stuff, you think, oh yeah, they must
and
be
half
true
of them
'cause
don't
they
know.
saying
Let's
it.
be clear.
They don't. No, they don't. Like, oh my, I told somebody one time in our group, I said, y'all think we're bad? No, you need to go in these groups with these men. They act like 12-year-old boys.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing to them because they will immediately, it becomes a pissing contest. and they want to have one with you. And I'm like, bruh, yeah, no, I don't, that's not how I roll. Like, if you can't say something to me with football, you're not going to start going personal.
Absolutely.
Like, what are you even talking about? Like, you don't even make sense. And then,
So
and I
they,
have my own thing too about like trash talk, because I'm like, trash talk is supposed to be witty and grounded in some truth, and half of y'all just be saying stuff just because
They
it just
heard
sound
somebody
delusional.
else say it. It sounds
Because they
good.
just
I
want to
heard
hear
somebody
themselves
say,
talk, or they feel
Yeah.
like they need to be part of the conversation. If you knew how many posts we declined of the same thing, and the famous one right now is, the refs cheat for KC and all that. I'm so tired of hearing that. I
I'm
don't
so
know what
tired of
to
that
do with
too.
myself. So, yeah, like have a real conversation with me about division and why they are good because of their coaching and how they build up. Now take Andy Reid out the picture. Then Mahomes is not the quarterback that you say. Argue with your mama about it.
Thank
You're
you.
not gonna argue me about that. I've been saying it and I stand on that. They have good coaching.
I agree.
totally
Yeah,
Mary,
agree.
Mary
I've
said,
said it. I've
Yes,
said it, and I've told
coaching
people, I'm like,
and
y'all
the
don't want to hear
personnel.
it,
The
but it's
coaching
not
and the
that they're. I'm like,
personnel.
it's not that they're that good. It's that they have a good coach. Their coach
Well,
is good. He
they're
knows what
good.
he has and
You
plays
have
it.
to, but you still have to give the players some credit because Andy Reid was in Philadelphia for a long time and didn't do what he did. But he has a different set of personnel, so the personnel makes a difference.
I agree with that, and I would agree as to what you had. Andy Reid for 5 minutes was around here. You had Marty. We had Marty Schottenheimer in Cleveland, and Marty didn't do it, and he couldn't make it happen in Cleveland. He left Cleveland and he ran away with it. So I agree with that. And I also agree with though that I would say this. You have to have coachable people, and your upper management got to give you that reign to do that.
They gotta
And
give you.
I know they didn't have that here because we had Bill Belichick too. You have to have that from ownership and that management to give you the reign that's not doing it. So take Andy Reid out there. He does. I'm not taking it from Mahomes. That he's not a good quarterback. He ain't the quarterback that they think he is. For real. Put him in a different division away from Andy Reid? Absolutely not. He is not that dude.
Case in point, if you Jared Goff was not who he is today.
He was on another team. Yeah.
When he was playing in LA, he wasn't none of this at all.
He didn't have all the support that he has now.
No.
He didn't
when
have,
he came to Detroit,
good, but he didn't have what he had to make it.
Look, people was like, "Oh, this dude sucks. We don't need him. He ain't taking us nowhere. He's not elite. He can't play. What is this? He doesn't have the chops." That's what everybody was saying.
Coaches, system, and personnel, it works together. When
you
Campbell has maneuvered all them people into what he needs. And they have all these guys have bought into the program. And that's what makes it work. That's why they work. But it's the same thing. I tell people this all the time. It's because I grew up in Texas, but I tell people all the time, I'm like, Jerry Jones plays everybody. Y'all don't understand it. Y'all don't realize it. Jerry Jones want to make money. Jerry Jones knows he don't have to give Dallas Cowboys fans nothing but mediocre crap. He don't have to do nothing. As long as it make him money, he could care less what the fans want. All he want to do is make money. So he will put the team wherever he got to put them in order to put dollars in his pocket, because the fan base loves the Cowboys and they will always love the Cowboys no matter what's going on. So until the fan base says we're going to withhold our money, we're going to withhold our praise, we ain't giving you nothing,
but
he going to keep putting up that mediocre bull crap.
But do you
with
really
them raggedy coaches? I'm like, you ain't had a good coach since my boy. You ain't had a good coach since him. Dude with the helmet hair.
Who you think? Oh, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. You ain't had a good coach since him.
Helmet hair.
Ain't had a good coach since that dude. And I'm like, that's because
I mean, a lot of facts. But
I'm just like, y'all, and people get upset when you say something. I'm like, just think about it. Detroit was like we was like, no, y'all ain't we love y'all. Y'all went on 16. Yep, we love y'all, but we want better.
Right.
Don't bring not
But
one
you
more
have to look at the
Patricia,
fact
nothing up
that
in here.
Detroit.
What you say, V? I can't hear you. Speak up.
I said Detroit hadn't been good in years, but you still, like you said, your fan base still has to carry the team and do what they have to do because you have to support the players. Sometimes the players get lost in what you're talking about, ownership, because they are the owners. But you got these guys that done worked hard since elementary to get to where they are. And I just want to support them. It ain't even about, like you say, Jerry's he's his own massacre.
He's trash.
He's
trash.
It's some
but he has that mentality, that massive mentality anyway, and he has money. So that's the difference. You know, I was gonna say that, V. But he has money. You know what I'm saying? And money is power, whether we want to believe it or not. But I got a question for you, Natola, since we are talking about Black women and them not wanting to hear us. So as you are reffing games and being an umpire as a Black woman, do you get it more from us sisters in the fans in the stands than you do our counterparts? That's number one. And number two, with you breaking the ceilings and moving up and making the spaces for other Black women to be in a reffing role and as an umpire and all of that, what is the pushback that you get or not, or how is that accepted amongst not just the men but like white women?
So unfortunately, my own is my worst enemy, and
as we always are.
And it simply amazes me how our counterparts will run up to me, old and young. Can I hug you? Great to see you out there. Can my daughter take a picture with you? Right? But I'll see one of my sisters in the stands who will turn her back on me. It's so disheartening to see it. And of course, they're the loudest mouths. And I'll be honest, one game, this mother was just so loud and out of control that I just turned around and I said, and you know what? I'm out here representing you. And her eyes got big and she looked at me. And when it hit her, she got quiet. But I shouldn't have to take it there.
Right.
Because you should already know how hard it is for me out here. When I see that my guys are absolutely amazing, white, Black, brown, and they will fight for me even when I'm trying to fight for myself. If a coach gets crazy, they're the first ones that I'm like, hey, let me handle me now. If I can't, but I don't need them to think that I'm the weakest link.
Correct.
So I got it, but they're like, oh no, we pipe down. I got it. I got it, because I still have to build my own rapport with these folk. You won't be with me all the time. So I need them to know that I can stand on business as well. So I will say, because of what I'm doing now, I have like 6 older women that are now calling high school baseball.
Nice.
And so, of course, I'm seeing the vision of putting all of us on the field together to break that stereotype and barrier as well. And being older, meaning over 35. So, I mean, it's slowly taking traction, but I'm here to fight it until the end. But again, if I can use you all to be voices while you're in the stands, just, hey, let's support. Like, if you don't have anything good to say, just don't say anything at all.
Right.
Or I'll turn around and be like, I got an extra whistle. It's in the car. I got an extra shirt. What size you wear? Because clearly you better than I do. And I keep it for people like you.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
So back to what we were talking about as far as the women, I'm kind of on the, I mean, I like it both ways, but I love to see the women like Pam Oliver and them on the field during the game versus sitting in the studio alongside of a man trying to analyze it with them. That was my take on the whole thing when they were talking about it. If he's talking about 3 women just kind of clackling, I can kind of understand that, but to just dismiss us as being knowledgeable of the game is where I have an issue at, because it seems like when we are on TV or in those positions, you have to have a white woman next to us to make it look all right, versus why it just can't be us hosting or doing a show or accommodating, because that's what they allow them to do. They allow them to be the lead. We're never the lead. So I love to see Pam Oliver, Lisa Salters doing their thing, because that's them. They're by themselves. That's their platform. They can do it, and they don't have to have a man, next to them, carrying them. And so that was my whole thing when he was talking about the women. I don't know if he was just directly talking about them on TV or just,
So it was 3 women, yes, at the sitting at the table, doing football. So it was a platform, except they were all together, kind of like this, right? Why we got to be outside in the cold? Why we always got to be in the field working? And I hear you, because they got that platform, but I'm cute. And I got cute clothes, and I don't always want to have an amino on when I'm outside in the snow. You know what I mean? I want to put.
Well, I understand,
because even when they're out there in the field, like you're saying, but that's when they're nationalized. Because on some of those shows, everybody's not looking at that. But when they're on the field, like Pam Oliver, she's well known because she's out there on the field
with a bad wig on. That's why she known, because she got bad wigs and bad hair. Let's talk about it. Like, as my sister, and I love her. Don't get me wrong.
White people are not saying she has a bad wig on because
they don't know no better. They don't know that your part ain't supposed to show your screen door, and it ain't supposed to look like Moses departed the Red Sea. They don't know that. They just started eating collard greens, and that's why the prices went up. B, come on now.
We eat up, but I'm just saying, I look at the other part of it. Yeah, I do agree sometimes.
I'm there with you, but I'm just saying that why do we always go ahead, Natola. I'm sorry.
I hear what you're saying as far as like they consider it cackling if we're laughing and talking off topic, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched College Game Day?
Come on.
Okay, those guys are all sitting up there talking and laughing, and they're not always talking football. As a matter of fact, there's a clip that's going viral right now when they were laughing about how they get their hair cut. And when they go sit at the barber, what do you tell the barber to do? And then they turned and looked at the bald head man, and everybody started dying laughing. Now, how is that sports related and okay, but women can't have off-topic conversations in the same arena and same atmosphere?
Right.
I definitely think.
Can we also add that one of the qualifiers that a lot of women were saying was, well, I need somebody that's got experience that played the game to talk about the game. And I'm like, do y'all know
most of them ain't never played?
Ain't never set foot on the field.
Most of the coaches have never played.
Stephen A. played. Stephen
I'm
A.
like, I took more hits than most of them. I took more hits. So I'm like,
and that's right. Stephen A. ain't never played nothing in his life. So what? But let me say this:
never played.
I'm in a group with 38,000 Black women. Many of them, half of them, are very football knowledgeable.
Yes,
and quite a few of them will run circles around a man in a conversation.
Yes.
The other thing, let me just divert for 1 minute. When they hurt, when they this, when they that, they need a woman.
You better.
But now you want to put it in perspective of where I need to be when you can't get nothing done without me, right? So I ain't really feeling that whole narrative about that, because I have read comments which is why Cammie is on tonight. I've watched her comments. We see what Natola is doing. We see what Coach Terry is doing. We see what many of these women are as coaches, as players, as agents. They in there negotiating for these men getting big major contracts. So they got to know something to be able to do all of this.
More than
Well,
something.
the thing about it is they know if a woman get a hold to it, they'll do it better than them. You already know that.
Period.
That is the key from the beginning.
Which is why they got to keep us at bay.
At some point. That's
Like, what was her name? Who was the other young lady that was, I can't even remember her name. She used to be the Falcons sideline reporter that was on a panel with you Saturday morning. And she now is calling or covering like WNBA and things like that. She talked about some of the experiences that she has had as a reporter when she was reporting on the side, when she was a Falcon sideline reporter. So, I mean, it's right here at home where we, it's affecting us. And if we don't deal with it amongst us right here and make them and respect each other, we cannot expect them outside of our world to respect us as well.
Absolutely. I do agree. Yeah, I do agree.
Yep.
Hey, Nikki, I seen you jump in.
Right? We can agree to disagree on certain things as long as we do it out of respect and love for one another.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like, I love all these ladies that is part of Black Women Love Football. On Sundays, I don't like none of them.
You better know it.
Right.
Okay, I just don't. I don't like them. I ain't gonna never like them. And you can't talk to me on Sunday. And maybe not Monday either. But by Tuesday, we all singing Kumbaya again. Okay?
Right.
Except for all of us basically on this platform. Because
except for Cammie, because she be on
right.
another.
But like, every Wednesday, me, Mel, Susan, we all got the same story, so we get along all the time. It be them outsiders.
We all losing.
And me and Susan in the same division, so we
Girl, we fighting for the bottom.
Right. So yeah.
Look, next year we'll be able to say starting from the bottom. Now we're here, right?
Yeah. Different story next year. We'll definitely have a different story.
There's always next year.
Right.
Always.
But Natola, we gotta talk. We're gonna get together, me, you, and Stacy, and a couple of other admins and moderators. Let's do a clinic in a city.
I'm with
us. Let
I'm
us women put on our sweats, and we can call it like we could do the clinic with some brunch. We got the brunch and a mimosa in there.
Everybody eating drink.
Maybe we'll go to Detroit.
There gotta be food involved if y'all want me to come.
Right, we
Listen,
might come up to Detroit.
I fly in and be like, meet me at the restaurant.
But just kind of fun. Get on the field, show us what's wrong, what's right, and sometimes you appreciate something more when you kind of did it. Nothing too athletic because a lot of people are not gonna get too dirty.
Right.
But just something fun.
Did with our kids, the 12 through 18-year-olds.
Okay.
Of graduation, we had their parents out and have their parents do a safe signal and an out, and then for them to correct their parents. And it was fun.
Well, we're gonna do it. Let's talk about it. Let's make it happen. I think the ladies would appreciate it. Actually, we were talking about doing something like that on the West Coast.
Okay.
Or just more because we always do nationals and everything we do is on the East Coast. So we're trying to, accommodate the ladies in the middle and on the West. So we'll talk about it.
It's just so expensive to go to the West. It's just so expensive.
You don't start.
We got to meet them in the middle because they don't feel like it's expensive to come.
Listen, I don't have a problem going. Y'all know I will catch a flight in a heartbeat. I am speaking for the other ladies, because I have to think
we can do
about
it on both coasts. We do it on both.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So,
that would have been something fun. We need to figure out how we can add that in on nationals. Let me talk to my team about that.
That'd be
Rams
fun.
would
Find
be
us a
really-
football.
That would be awesome. Let me talk to my
Find us-
team.
Yeah, find us a football field. That'll
We
be
got
fun.
one where the pool party gonna be. It's
Let's
a football
do it.
space there. We probably could do that
Okay.
on Sunday. Like a
Yeah.
small one. Yeah. I'm here
That'll be
for it.
fun. That'll be
definitely-
fun.
Yeah, let me go on and let me go on and pay my
Let me
registration. Let me go on.
Get your registration in.
Make that the thing Sunday or part of it. Referee shirts.
I think
Okay.
the
Yep.
Rams
Okay.
Yeah.
wanna-
All right.
the
Yeah.
That-
Let me. Yeah. We
We
gonna
got a lot
get
to
that
talk about,
together.
Stacey. So we have a lot to talk about. What's the games coming up this week, guys? Let's
Let's run through this lineup real quick.
Who got it up?
So I know the Browns are playing Kansas City this Sunday.
Casey.
I do know that they in
That should be a good game.
Yeah, but that's gonna be Casey all day.
So I'm not taking, y'all know I don't bet against my team. So I'm taking the Browns on that. I feel like the offense is going to get exposed. Our defense is going to show up. And so, hey, I'm going with the Browns.
All right.
So
who else we got?
tomorrow we have the Rams and the 49ers. Who y'all taking?
49ers.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm taking the
49ers.
Rams too on that one. Half of the 49er squad is on IR. So I'm taking them.
Yeah,
Ravens
I'll take
and the
49ers.
Giants.
Giants.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna say the Giants just because.
I gotta go with the
they're
Ravens.
underdogs. I'm gonna take the Giants.
The Ravens in my division, so I gotta go with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Jets and the Jaguars. I'm rolling with Tally Jag on this, and I'm taking the
I
Jaguars.
said, yeah, they're gonna.
No,
come
no,
out.
we don't bet with the Jets. Yeah,
Uh-uh.
since then, so hey, I'm going there. Cowboys and the Panthers. What you got, V? V, y'all might win. Y'all gonna win this game.
We might not. We know how to give them away like we did Monday
Hey.
night. but I'm still
Welcome
rolling.
to the CLE, baby. Welcome to the CLE. We
I'm
do it.
rolling with the Cowboys.
Commanders and the Saints.
Commander.
Commanders. I'm gonna go with the
Commanders.
Commanders.
I'm going with the Commanders. I just really feel like they gotta come back a little bit at this point, and they on a rebound. They done lost too many games, just off of here, a field goal or whatever that they needed to absolutely win, or they should have won.
And the
So
Saints.
I think the Commanders gonna do it, and the Saints, bye. Bengals and the Titans. Bengals coming off a good win in Dallas.
I'm going
Bengals.
with the Bengals.
I don't like neither one.
I'm going with Tennessee.
I'm not. Bengals is in my division, but on the FanDuel, I'm gonna go with the Bengals. Out loud, I'm gonna root for the Titans. Okay.
I'm going with Tennessee.
Dolphins and the Texans. I'm going with the Texans.
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 I'm going with the Texans.
I'm going
Colts
with
and Broncos. I'm going with the Colts.
Colts.
Y'all know I don't do Sean Payton, so
But Denver's gonna win. I don't like it either.
I don't
like
even
either
bet on
one.
that game. Patriots and the Cardinals.
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 Yeah.
Cardinals.
Bills and the Lions. Oh,
Lions
what time is that
all
game? Oh, I was
Lions
able
all
to see if my
day.
flight
Yeah.
ain't till late. Girl, that's gonna be a good game.
I'm
It's gonna
sorry,
be good.
Camry. Bills.
Oh, that's gonna be. I gotta see what
It's
the
gonna
odds
be a good
is. I
game.
gotta see. Oh, that's
And
gonna be.
we gonna be blacked out too. We wearing all black.
It's at home. It's a home game.
Yeah, we wearing all black.
Yeah. The only reason I want the Bills to win is because I don't want Pittsburgh or the Chiefs to go. So I do still think the Lions got the best chance in the NFC, but I'm pulling for the Bills that day.
Me too. Exactly.
Only for that reason, Cammy. Only for that reason.
Only,
I
yeah.
understand.
And Pittsburgh is in my division and they are number one hate. I cannot let them. They should have never won last week. And with
Lions. So Tina said the Bills. Donna said-
Steelers and Eagles. I'm going with Philly, baby. I am fly, eagle, fly, squawk, whatever they say.
I want the Steelers to win.
I gotta
I'm
go.
with- I'm with-
No, how is y'all going to that?
Football
That
game.
is going to be a good game, Nick. That
That's
is
gonna
going to
be
be
a
an
good game.
absolutely good game. And I'm rolling with Tina on this one. Tina, I'm rolling with you and them Eagles.
Mary Steelers.
And
No.
Yeah.
And Packers and the Seahawks. I'm going with the Packers. The Seahawks is too
Packers
inconsistent this
The
year.
Packers, yeah.
And then
Seahawks gonna
that
win.
is a Monday night game. Natola, you got a Monday night game? Bears and the
Get
Vikings.
out, baby.
Oh Lord.
The Vikings.
Lord.
I don't want.
Wait,
I don't
and
want
whoever put that post that said if he's a Bears fan, he loyal, you doggone right he is.
It's 2 on Monday
It's
night.
2 on. Oh, it is 2 on Monday. I forgot. I'm sorry. The Falcons and the Raiders.
The Falcons will win.
Raiders,
Falcons
please,
should win.
Raiders, please.
Yeah, but the Falcons should win. I don't want them to. I hope
Yeah,
they-
but listen, Kirk Cousins ain't been doing too good lately. So
Susan
Listen.
Ford is hard.
That's the Kirk we know.
All
He's
day
the
long.
team Kirk we know. That's all.
see what happened was he won a couple. They had a good field goal. He
It
want to
was
be
swag
swag
and
surfing with the bird, dirty bird nest, and got out there with them doing all that. And they left the gate open at the cookout.
Hey,
That's what
Right
happened.
there.
And he
Right
got
there.
too
Round up.
comfortable. And then
Well,
his true who he was came out. Now they don't like him
He
no more.
forgot he was white. And that ain't
No,
what you
they
do.
forgot that. That the city forgot. Them Falcons forgot that. And
Like,
so then
let him stay in his lane.
But Wella said, "Rise up." She's gonna.
Okay.
flip on.
right,
Luella,
Luella is our
you-
resident Falcon girl. So yes. So
Raider
I think
Nation
I'm gonna ride with Donna on this, and I'm going with the Raiders. I want it so bad for them just because they have an all black staff over there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know that they're gonna get that coach a hard time at the end of the season. So I really want it for
The
the Raiders.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
the Raiders. Donna, we got you. We got your back on this one.
Yeah.
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 So that's my reason. In wrapping up, those who are in Atlanta, I will see you tomorrow. It is our National Give Back Weekend, and I am super excited about it. We will gather on Friday night to put all the bags and everything that you ladies have donated. From myself, Mal, and Susan, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for helping us pull this off. The admin team will really greatly appreciate it. For the ladies that will be helping us, we will meet at 5:00 at what's the name of that place? I got it.
We will be in Lawrenceville. The flyer's on the page. Did you pin it to the top, Stacy?
I did. It is the Barista and Baker Cafe Coffee Shop.
Yeah, in Lawrenceville.
Yes, and we will be there from 5 to 8 packing.
5:00. Really?
Yeah, I will be there on time. We're gonna be there on time. 5:00 to 8:00. We are thankful that one is a Black woman who owns a coffee shop. So if you are in Atlanta, let us mob her tomorrow and show her love for giving us the space to do that. On Saturday morning at 9 a.m., we will be at the Gateway Center. We will be passing out food. We will be passing out hygiene packets. We will be doing passing out clothes and all of that. So that will take place this weekend. So again, thank you to everybody who has donated. Myself will be in tomorrow. Nikki, I know, will be coming in on Friday, and a few others. So keep those who will not, please keep us in mind, keep us in your prayers over the weekend as we give back, because football is wonderful, but giving back is amazing. And it's a little bit more than football with us. So with that being said,
Belichick is going to be the head coach for the North
Yep.
Carolina.
I saw that.
I forgot. Oh, so he did get the job.
Yeah.
He agreed to it.
I
yeah.
just saw it.
So I had heard real quick that when before he accepted it, he gave them an outline of who to hire, salary, this schedule, and all that, huh?
Yep. But they came to the deal, so he's gonna be the head coach.
Hey, he a good coach.
He
And he got him a little young thing too. He gonna be ready for him, baby.
throw that in there.
I knew somebody
We
was
got a
gonna
little
throw it in
bit
there.
more going on.
Right.
So yeah, hey, did Ray Lewis get that job too that he was applying for?
I hadn't seen that he came to a deal yet. That hadn't been posted, so I'm saying no, because once he does, it'll be all over the.
It'll blow
Oh
up.
yeah, it'll be a bunch of barking and them cues gonna go wild and all of that.
Yes,
It would be
Lord.
all of that.
Mhm.
Right. So safe travels to everybody traveling to Atlanta this
Natola, thank
weekend.
you. Thank you,
Natola,
Natola.
thank you for joining us. We look forward to the refs corner for
Yeah.
sure.
To the refs corner. We got some
Let's
ideas.
talk and let's do some big things. Let's make your dreams come true and just the things that you're trying to do. Let's create a program within a program to elevate you and what you're trying to do.
And ladies that's interested in becoming refs or umpires or anything, please reach out to Natola and her business, which is She Calls It All. So she can help you with that if you are interested. Cammie, thank you for joining the Black Women That Love Football Wind Down Wednesday. We greatly appreciate it. Good luck to the Lions this week. Good luck to all of you ladies on this team. And we will talk to you soon.
Love y'all.
Good night.
Love y'all. Thank you.